all Gaimin need to do is get...
No, it's a 3-2.
Or you have your RP. Totally certainly there. Back.
First blood.
Around and they will get
Hard for Gaimin Gladiators. Tofu, I mean, there are multiple players on their side who you do not want to give first blood to. Tofu has shown he's been like super stable. I could player can't pop off easily in the laning stage, and now having that good of a start. This time around, like techies against Morphling, this matchup is a little bit different than it was before. Having no silence on your blast off is something that Morphling really was afraid of. Like, you got a blast off from fog, long duration silence, he's at low HP, do manage to keep down. Still, I can see Fishman also struggling. Start, wild axis spam, they're keeping the distance as well, and Fishman quite much up.
Yeah, we usually see kind of pop off or do level 3 aspect where they've got that one. And we're taking a look at top. As it's Batrider Doom, which does that feel like a strong killer lane to you?
It could if there's no Oracle, I would say. Celery already hit that level 2. I've seen like different builds in Oracle when they play this matchup, when they play matchup against something like Tankers, where they get early points and fade see it, but Celery thinks that they could potentially get a kill in this lane, so putting a point on purifying flames. Also think about this position for Batrider is you don't know picking a bomb, you're gonna be playing with Firefly and Flame Break, and we could already struggling in this bottom lane. Also providing some good CS, good harassment for Ace as well.
We're gonna get this home for online. We're seeing Tofu just put so much damage down. Like, yeah, Fishman's got himself 4 more mangoes to work with, but where the decay is enough of a deterrent. Right now, he's still 60 strength, so see if maybe he can do anything with that.
A couple of mangoes, but right now, Gaimin Gladiators, they will hit level 3 on Beastmaster. They will have that extra pressure. No thinking with point in 4 or if he wants to point in active. Sure, wild axes are always good for clearing the stacks and everything. Pick up first Lotus, Fishman, a little Rosie around Lotus Pool.
Lotus?
One thing I dislike about Lotus, at least the pool, is pretty similar to what happened with Kushan respawn time. It says he's gonna spawn in 3 seconds, but he actually spawns in 5 seconds. It's also delayed by like a second before you can pick it up. Rather long ago.
You want it to be a bit more exact. Not a cooler lane just yet, but like you were saying and like we were talking about, as the levels come, it should turn into something like that. You go to the blast off with the blood grenade. Yeah. Damage on the Tofu, it's starting to survive this.
Does have a healing cell, 20 magic wand charges. Looking at techies being universal heroes right now, and because Tofu got that first blood, a lot of damage. Right now we are not seeing it back in the items, but it should be like 65%.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Round it up.
Egregious round. 63 to 60. Close enough. You can see the CS. It's mid, pretty even, and we're going to see Celery drop and Ratio get chased under the tower. Forced to lure his way to safety. That is not what you want when the Oracle is trying to keep you alive for the 102, and you can see maybe you're finding flames with some damage, but there is some amount of stability for the side of Entity right now.
Yeah, definitely, and especially now that Doom got himself closer to that Vanguard, he's not going to be able to die. Sure, you have Oracle with a lot of damage points and Purifying Flames, but then again, so does Batrider is level 3. They managed to reposition someone with break. A little bit low on mana right now on Toby. Any mangoes? Well, just gonna go into mana boots after that to have that sustain in the lane. Then have 3 components: Vanguard, mana boots as well. For that more green board at least. Up much more often now.
We've been seeing the Octarine core hit at about 14 minutes or so.
There was a game in NA the other day. Yeah, 12 or 11 minutes. We picked it up.
One of the speediest green core pickups we've seen. Yeah. I mean, the game's sitting even right now. I think really pointing out. Yeah, but really, every time, every game, I'm going to talk about it. 7 minutes is approaching. You need to make sure you get at least one wizard.
Let's wait that 1 minute. 6 minutes is approaching. Got Naomi. Flame break bounces Oracle away. Quinn, who's gonna pick up shield room. That's a big one. That's actually huge. If you don't care too much about the first rotation on a coil, having that extra 50%. I'm not sure why it's 50%. Sounds a little bit busted.
Radiant are scanning.
Because your HP, you have extra 500 HP. Yeah. There's just not enough damage. Where's that extra 500?
Jump to Ratio once again. They feel some help Celery and have people purifying flames over. Heal him up. Celery also getting a little bit, but the aggression coming in from entities not going to be enough.
Now we see the power of Fate's Edict finally being online. In Gladiators.
He's done. Stormstormer, so they're going to drop down the green coil. Throw some axes, but he will die. Stormstormer will be a loser or will get the kill. You know, Tofu's out of lane. He's collecting that wisdom rune that we were just talking about. Themselves one wisdom rune. That'll certainly help. We've seen teams where they lose out on that first wisdom rune and they just don't get their supports to level 6 quickly enough. You see that be a big problem with like Bounty Hunter, Techie. Could be a problem with like Oracle as well.
You can't allow teams to pick up don't XP runes. Then having that shield rune.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Slightly more aggressive in this mid lane. It's very tanky. 13-1 charges. Huge rain drop. Again, aggression on the top lane will be stopped by one Fate's Edict. Firefly, Scorched Earth is still available. I would say doing okay in this off lane. Mid's doing fine. Not much farm. Naomi does the same thing again and now manages to steal a rune from Quinn. This would be a big one. Gotta pay with his life most likely, but still stealing region from Storm is massive.
What might die here is Stormstormer's got some help from Fishman, but they've also got Tofu coming over. They'll use the Dream Coil on the Undying. That'll allow Fishman to die too. 2 kills here for the side of Gaimin Gladiator. A little bit of help from these supports taking over.
Not the best trade. They're giving kills to Storm Spirit, which is exactly what they wanted. Sure, you are still in region, but Storm Spirit on top of net worth right now, and you can see them playing around Stormstormer. They're not gonna even refill his bottle. This was kind of a plan. They will bring in another support. And finally refill the bottle.
Most of them dealing with. Over mid. This is opening up, I would say, a lot of space for Toby. He's got that Vanguard. He's going into Midas. He's got some open space, but Duraccio at the same time, Ace at the same time. Like, these heroes are pretty free to farm on the side of them.
And also looking at the stacks on side of Gaimin Gladiators, they're already prepping for either Beastmaster, who can farm it, or Magnus. Ancients have been stacked 2 times, and the ones here the XP rune 3 times, so there's gonna be a lot of gold coming out from Gaimin Gladiators already. And XP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Always nice to see some support lives. Enhanced Wisdom Rune. Need more of that.
I think supports are in a good spot. Just like they're getting enough gold from getting the kill. Sure, if you kill a support, you also do get a lot of gold, so eating away gold is never good. You can't play that Division 6, not the only.
Die here, even with the Seeds of Serenity now.
Dire's
He's
bottom
not gonna
tower
land
is
any.
under attack.
See the damage Tofu is trying to put out with that steal.
Oracle, one of the better heroes in game to KS with, as we can see. As well, Purifying Flames to secure the kill.
Oh, he's great. There was definitely times where we've seen games with Oracles that just 3, 4, 5 kills in the laning phase when they've got Purifying Flames at least level 2. They're actually heading top, so Duraccio has got RP. They have the Vortex. If they want to pull in Toby, do they have the damage? Goes to the Scorched Earth.
Low on mana.
Get the kill on these two.
Should be enough. Not very quick with reacting to what's happening. Even a tank hero like Doom holding on to Vanguard, Faded Rush, he's very speedy, but Quinn manages to find the jump, TPs to the mid lane, continues to farm up. He's all over the place. One thing Gaming Gladiators are so good at is moving across the map,
Dire's top
getting
tower
some
is under attack.
push out the
Dire's
mid wave,
structures
immediately
are
float to the
fortified.
top, punish the enemy team. Now they continue to farm up. Farming every single part of the map, pressuring the bottom tower as we speak as well. That's the problem with 2 supports on entity
Dire's
being
top
only
tower
level 5
is
right
under
now.
attack.
On
Radiant's
Undying, it
bottom
doesn't matter
tower
as much.
is
I
under
think like
attack.
Flash Golem is not the most important one to
Dire's
bring
top
to the
tower
fight,
has
but
fallen.
having something else, some kind of an extra roll against Stalker, that right of hitting level 6 could be massive.
Dire are
Playing flat.
scanning.
Then again, you are playing into Oracle, who's already level 4 up. You might not get the full value out of it.
So it's going to be a
bounty which will make you
invisibility. Place down.
Dire's top tower is under
Said that
attack.
you have false promise, but the silence of Lasso lasting for a while, and now they go to the Doom, but they got themselves the same. The Doom, Lasso,
The healing cell is off of it.
Swarm, they get the kill on the Celery, they'll take out those not exactly what they need, and now no Watson, down to Kataomi.
Dire's middle tower is
Good
under
amount of
attack.
health, but how much mana? Not enough. They lose a third beat from the Magus. So it looks like, hey, we saved the day. We've got
Dire's
ourselves this doing
structures
okay.
are fortified.
Bringing these heroes to help
Dire's
Wild
middle
Game
tower
Gladiators.
is under attack.
In the end, nice trade, therefore, entities they throw everything at the Snow Spirit, Lasso, Doom.
Dire's
They
middle
go for the
tower
others
has
instead.
fallen.
They know that he can't use anything while being Doom, and now that's the game. He is in.
Silence on the Queen, down to about half health. Watson now going to wait for him away. Themselves 1 kill onto the Undying. Only thing they get so far.
Radiant are scanning.
Unfortunately for Gaming Gladiators, there was no RP available at the time. Ratio, he needs to farm it up. Some of the stacks. Never mind, Beastmaster stole all the stacks in the jungle. That's why he's almost on top of the network at the moment. Build from Paraccio, 1-4-1 build, because he's Universal Hero. Magnus players do tend to pick up bonus instead. Having that extra damage, having those extra stats is all making you're not playing off of Cure anyway, nor Shockwave. It's all about getting the farm.
Radiant's
tower,
bottom
Massive
tower
Madness.
is under
Now
attack.
Resolution is smoked
Radiant
up.
structures are fortified.
Starting to place down these proximity mines. Mid. Buddy here. Not waiting around. That blast knock,
Radiant's
and now the
bottom
reactive
tower is
taser.
under
They've
attack.
got the root. They've dropped down the
Dire's
control. They're
middle
trying to get the
tower
kill here
is
onto the
under
Texas.
attack.
He's surviving for a while. They've got the false promise heap. And they won't lose Tofu. But
Radiant's
in
bottom
the way
tower
of it.
has been denied.
working.
Private techniques. As long as Storm Spirit is not being coiled, I mean, that was very ambitious attempt from Tofu to try to land a stun on Puck. Storm goes with reaction, gets the shit off. This also does allow both off-laners to get the farm. Ace is about to finish off Negative Scepter, drops some Swamp. After picking up Vanguard, there'll be a lot of damage coming up from 10 minutes in the fight. Nexus is main.
We're seeing drums of Slom in the tiebreakers last quarter. Big fan of the name. tilt to do the roar. Does it. And then the vortex to follow it up. There was a slow follow-up on that one, but time enough to get the kill on a Toby, so starting with the roar. Toby comes in.
Once Doom disassembles his Vanguard, we'll push him closer to that pipe, which is a big item. You are playing it, Storm Spirit deck is even Oracles, a lot of magic damage. Puck also looking really good in terms of everybody very close, and for Roche is an interesting one. Like in terms of Roshan damage, they don't have that much. This is not like your Ursa type of a lineup who's gonna go in and finish off the Roche, but Morphling should have everything to add you, and also have some fast rolling does help out a lot. I don't think Gaming Gladiators are expecting this move from him.
Aware of this move at all.
This is Roshan, 16 minutes into the game with only 3 heroes. We see him struggle bringing 5 heroes to kill Roshan 20 minutes into the game.
The thing is, we saw this a little bit in North America the other day, where it was just early Roshan trying to sneak it from the opponent. And I think the majority of them did happen. Roshan.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So quietly under the radar, and Gladiators the entire time trying to farm up as much as they can. They were going for the Harpoon on Duraccio. They've got Ace now with the drums
Radiant
of Slom.
structures are fortified.
So the pickup counterbalance what the all that oil. Early false promise and they'll get the kill the celery. They'll take the Oracle. That's probably why you throw out the false promise to start, but not the same win.
Boyle keeping him long enough alive for Toby to get close and get the Doom off. This is the second time they execute the same combo pretty much, plus lasso on top of it. So having multiple abilities, like they understand where the real threat is coming from, killing this Storm Spirit, and also Oracle needs to be very close with this level 1 ult promise. So it was really like on top of Watson.
Dire structures are
Extremely
fortified.
farmed right now, taking on top of the network, sitting on 2,000 gold, finishing off Yasha and holding on to Aegis, plus Lincoln's item that has been picked up on Morphling, like most
Radiant's bottom tower
Chinese,
is under attack.
as the first item for a very long time.
Dire's
Can
middle
be
tower
pulled by
is
Storm
under
Spirit.
attack.
You don't care about Beastmaster Roar, so in terms of locking this Morphling down, I'm a little worried for Gaming Gladiators.
They do have a 2,000 net worth lead and it's starting to fall back towards Entity. And they've got themselves a little bit of an advantage. Sitting atop the net worth and working with this Aegis, I think he's in a really good spot to kind of pull away from the rest. See, this Gaming Gladiators, it looks like they're set up to fight again, but a 5-man smoke coming out from Entity. They'll show the waveform in, they'll turn it into Magnus on Watson. Down again, they go for front wheel from the other side, they go to the other side. Zero is a little bit of trouble, they'll get the cut, the celery, they'll take out the so it ends up getting trade one moment. Lining up on the high ground, throwing out that shockwave, and that hits on the Toku. They get the 1 seconds, they'll take a second, they'll practically undying. As Doom is low, but Doom's not dying. Nobody's able to finish off the kill here on Toby. Queen with not a lot of mana remaining to run away, while on the other side of the fight they get the kill on Ace. So Watson gets himself on a mega kill streak.
He's out of mana completely here.
Yeah,
Run
trying
away
to
from this
survive,
one.
nowhere to go. Flame break doesn't exactly land, but they don't need it. They get themselves that kill on a Quinn, and it is all Entity in this game 1, coming past the 15-minute.
I'm a little surprised that Gaming Gladiators decided to play as aggressive as they did, fighting at the Aegis. They just lost the fight. Boyle came off cooldown. Nicely played from Watson there. He turns into Mag, gets Empower for himself, which puts him over 300 damage per hit with an insane attack speed, and also 2-mana coil. He skewers them away, snaps the coil. That was nicely done. Very involved. Did talk about
Dire's
Morphling
bottom
could be a little
tower
bit
is under
slower
attack.
coming into the game, but now holding onto this Aegis does change things. Item is anti-carry item, something that Morphling is really good with. Once he picks up that Aghanim Scepter, you will be looking
Dire's
deal
top
stats
tower
from
is under
Magnus,
attack.
dealing his damage, and also status with his. And extra 40% status is no real but in Gladiators, Morphling will move freely in those fights. And
Dire
I've also
are
seen
scanning.
Batrider picking up his Blink Dagger on top of Drums of Endurance. Uptown is very tanky as well. One duplicate, man, but rid of everything, and it's not even 25-minute mark. They're gonna smoke again.
Blink blast on the debut. They'll go for the kill on the Tofu and then out this technique. Off on Tofu and
Dire's middle tower
making this
is
a
under
one-way
attack.
game moment.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Gladiators are going to do all they can to find some farm as Quinn for the Kaya-san. Got Ace farm.
Dire's
steal
middle
it?
tower is under
Yes,
attack.
he can. He picks it up.
And they should be able to get this kill on the Oracle. So Celery going to run down. And they probably can tormentor right here too.
That's the play that we see a lot of the times. 21 minutes.
Bounty, which my
Pick up
nature
into enemy
prize.
triangle, whatever you want to call it, near the Tormentor. Pick up the rune
Radiant's
eventually, and
has been
also
killed.
get a kill. So nicely done by them. It's gonna be the one that got charged from that Tormentor. Pathfinder, so sticking a palm, lasso doesn't disarm you, and every other attack applies stickies. That's a good one. It's gonna be a lot of those in the position for Pathfinder that I do like a lot more. Every single time I see it in action, because I've seen it with Bubs, and I've seen it 2 times so far in the game. That's weird. And it looked really good.
So I had asked you
Radiant
before
are
if the Aegis was
scanning.
going to be worth the
answer is
farm,
yes.
And yeah, the answer ends up being very much yes. And now, where does that leave Gaming
Dire's
Gladiators
bottom
in a
tower is under
comeback?
attack.
It's gonna be a
Radiant's
lot
middle
inside
tower
of
is under
Ratio
attack.
to land 2-3 man RPs, which is not gonna be an easy one. Sure, your it can cause a lot of issues, like trying to create the chaos, but we've seen him also straight up dying. Now with the
Dire's
BKB
bottom
on
tower is
Barraccio,
under attack.
should be an easier one. There is still
Radiant's
there is
middle
still
tower
Bad
is under
Rider that
attack.
goes through
Radiant's
magic
middle
debuff.
tower has fallen.
Still hard
Debuff
to-
immunity. It feels like it's gonna,
Dire's
it's gonna take
under attack.
at least 6 months, maybe more, for me to figure out that it's not spell immunity.
6 years. Fishman down by Quinn. Moves to the high ground.
There is Observer up there.
So they're going to see this and they'll gold to Ace. Another 200 gold for him. He was looking for the
Dire's bottom tower is
now
under
switched
attack.
off to build the pipe instead.
Radiant's middle tower
Fight.
is under attack.
Guardian Greaves now back. I like thought process. Yeah, Pipe is going to provide him a lot of damage mitigation.
Dire's bottom tower
Morphling,
is under attack.
Doom, that pretty much every hero has some sick amount of magical damage coming up. Going off Fishman,
Radiant's middle
fought back in the
tower is
previous
under
fight.
attack.
Gonna be gone for full 60 seconds. Now it's down to 30. They feel comfortable to fight without Fishman. Sean, potentially respawn in 30 seconds. A little bit so early. You don't see those early Roshan.
In here and there.
Radiant's
but
top
it's
tower
not as
is under attack.
see these quick earlier.
Radiant's turret
So, and they find Quinn by himself, so
Radiant's top tower
he's
is fallen.
all alone in a spot like that. Gets picked off, and this blink is already paid. Catch up.
He's getting bigger and bigger. One cut to Omi, I see. Reach bearing, green core queued up. Like eventually, he's gonna get those items. Let's see if they decide to go for their own Tormentor, but they just look fight very close by. With Morphling, you have more. Fishman gonna drop.
No, he is all. He was getting low. He's still getting low. Oh no! He's got to run. Fishman gets it, so that's that upgrade to the Tombstone. Current up.
Such a fun intro. Haven't really seen. They used to. Wow, this is it. Game changing. We'll see. Imagine if we have like Shadow Demon, OD, Undying with Tombstone, upgrade, then the whole team disappears.
That's the magician on.
Dire are scanning.
Having Book of Shadows, their 5 items go on. Oracle gets the jump, puts down the third award.
Last on the Oracle, so the Oracle makes sure he's unable to get the ball on something. They already lost themselves for an angle, doing some damage. We go to the Harpoon, they've got themselves the RP. It's going to be on the Vampire. They get the Lord of Kashiomi, so the second to do is going to be committed on the Ace. Great! Everything Quinn coming in with a triple kill and waiting for the rest. They're lacking them. They've already used the Primal Roar and the RP, so they can't exactly chase on this one. So Pup, as well as the Morphling, will survive, and Gaimin Gladiators need a lot of these spells and survive it all.
Hiding underneath vision, plays down Observer Ward. Also, Fishman 2 times in a row didn't get anything off in a team fight. No Tombstone, right vision from the team.
Radiant
Lazarus
are
going
scanning.
ham. Last couple of fights that I don't know why it gives 15 stacks. Level 3
Radiant's
Primal
top
Roar
tower
gives
is
you
under
max
attack.
stacks. On drop
Radiant's
immediately.
turret has
Yeah,
been
he
killed.
flopped him there.
And kill. That was the recipe. And not that he had the gold for the old Fjord. Still, now Roche hits up and it's available. So second Roche 27 minutes into the game. This is pretty quick.
They need to contest this. You can't just allow this to happen. Double damage is still available on Stormstormer, holding on to Gem. Roshan.
Double damage.
Good 20 seconds to finish it off from now. Let's see. Stormstormer, he wants to jump in. Tombstone is available this time around.
You have Dream Coil. The illusory orb is going to be on time. It is. It's so the Aegis is going to be picked up here. The cheese is on the ground.
Oh, there's much cheese color and blood goes. No one picked it up. Gonna take them to figure it out that it's gone.
Dream Coil on the trail. Rachi was in already. They get a ton of Fishman. They're going to look towards the rest. Dream Coil again was already used. Primal War committed on the Stormstormer, and they get the kill out of the box. The look over at Kazumi is trying to get across this bridge inside the river as the rest of Gaimin Gladiators are following him across. Precarious traverse, but enough to get the kill, and probably now on a mega kill streak as the early parts of his game are a little bit slow, but he is starting to pop off here now.
And those 2 bad
Radiant's
fights
top tower
really
is under
brought
attack.
back Gaimin Gladiators into this game. And there's no cheese left in the pit. They lost Gem on side of
Radiant's
Entity. They
top
lost
tower
2
is
fights in a
falling.
row. Now the game looks completely different.
Radiant's
Even
top
without
tower
playing
is under
with 6
attack.
RPs, Terraccio finds an opening.
Radiant structures are
Finds this
fortified.
Undying, takes him out of the fight pretty much immediately, and now off to a high ground. We
Dire's
saw it
bottom
took
tower
Entities
is
look
under
really
attack.
good for 25 minutes,
Radiant's
and then
top
2
tower
bad
is
fights
under
suddenly.
attack.
Gaimin Gladiators, this is the team that is going
Radiant's
to
top
punish
tower
every single
is
mistake you
falling.
make.
Radiant's
Remember we
top
used to talk the
barracks are
same
under
way
attack.
about like LGD. You make a mistake and they were going to bring it back on. Feels the way that Gaimin Gladiators play this year. So, autopilot, right? You make a mistake, boom, we're hitting you back hard.
Are very afraid right now. The minimap will be playing the bottom part. They were also the
Radiant's
ones
top
who got
barracks are under
extra
attack.
2 shards from Roshan for free. Still losing some of these fights. Terraccio will pick up XP rune, which will get him level 20. Hero range. Also holding on to Lincoln's here. That's a big item. This is how you protect yourself again. I think mostly why you bought it is you don't want to get your
Are
stack.
scanning.
Good way to deal with Morphling, but also
Radiant's
to
top
get
barracks are
Batrider.
under attack.
They know something is
Dire's
up.
middle
Right
tower
now,
is
no
under
one's
attack.
inside the base. There are a couple of creeps from Gaimin Gladiators back in barracks.
A little bit low. All lightning all the way over. Look at the Fishman. Spots him with a smile.
Radiant's
We're
turret
working
has
with
been
an Aegis
killed.
here on Quinn, so not too
Radiant's
afraid to
top
lose that first
barracks
life.
are under attack.
Round. We're hitting a couple, and now not only can we get these up, but the match is unlocked. They're trying to get the RP. It's only going to be on top. And now they go to the last level. Controlling up Terraccio, who doesn't have that Aegis. They can move on. It's off. Somewhere he's going to be killed up afterwards. But it's already on the save on Terraccio. Likes to go die afterwards, and he's not really threshold. So they'll be able to survive. You get the gun ace, and the local lurker when they just leave the set of hands, they got the silence. Inferno Blade, the ball lightning, trying to get some distance, go the other way.
Left, right, he's going.
And will make it out just barely.
RP only on Fishman, who does have buyback, does have tier 2 tower, so he can easily come back into the fight. Racho had an opportunity to land it on Morphling as well, but was very hesitating.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Again, wants to get it, an entity. From this Aghanim attempt on Morph, again, frosting the Lakens, turning into Magnus, and then extra damage from Empower, having Solar Crest on top of him. He deals some heavy right clicks, dealt more damage than the whole Gladiators.
Damage coming through, the rest just be there. Without that, so without the Dream Coil, I feel like the control may not be there. Pop off of it. We've seen that in previous engagements. Very locked. Over here now. A lot of damage.
I think also in the previous fight, Dyrachyo lives because he intersects and gets silenced by Puck, gets that extra armor, gets extra damage as well because he was stunned on top of it from Dooms. This item is so much value that
For Dyrachyo.
big synergy with that and false promise.
Hello, got it live into somebody's pseudo second.
Where's the body?
Ends up. Right now he's got queued up. Blink. You know, you can see that last fight in particular, if he was able to blink instead of score into the, maybe he gets that RP on more than just Fishman.
Not the easy shade with Skewer. They are smoked. Maybe again, Vision. Running some vision. More Dream Coil.
Sorry, they're on the 8. Celery trying to survive here, so throw out a false promise. He's also going to buy back. Now, the heroes on the side of the fight. Good, the RP is going to be on untying his Morphling. They take out Toby, but look at this dude in the plasma. They have the Hex. It's on a Fishman. He's dead once again. Heroes on the side of the entity. Take out the rest. No Ace. No Tofu. They start to retreat on Gaimin Gladiators, and they'll TP Dyrachyo out.
Kobe realized that in the last couple of fights, he needs to pop that Doom on Beastmaster before he can get anything off. No Drunken Slump, no Primal Roar, 2 fights in a row. He will take another Tormentor. See who gets it this time around. Big upgrade. Get it for free.
Always nice.
Such a cool ability. Back then, we were like, well, I'm gonna kill you. I think 10 years ago or something, you wanted to get it when the hero is level 5, and then you hit them with level net, wait. Then he just pops. It's like 500.
Bring it back. Say bring it back.
It's in the game. You don't need to bring it back. It's already
bring
here.
it like I want it. Yeah, but I want to have it say level net. That's what I mean. No. Question.
Yeah, it was also capped. Everything was capped well.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you want that back? Level death? Question mark. Is he dying? I don't know.
The way you said it, now I want it.
He's going for Lincoln as well. Every game Gladiators trying to protect their stats. Protect themselves from that or the Doom. Be able to survive here. Cockroach. Potentially spawning in 20 seconds. They're going to find a cheese, by the way. It's just been sitting here forever.
Almost 10 minutes after, Watson picks it out, and they decide to give it. They do in the end.
Where's this?
He's
sits on the ground, the longer it sits on the ground, the less it do. The more it ferments.
Dire's
I
top
mean, it can
tower
only
is
ferment
under
to
attack. Dire are
A
scanning.
certain point, right? Then it goes bad.
Yeah, then it goes rotten and it does
So
nothing.
yeah, I feel like if it's sitting there, it should heal less. Instead of 5k, you should get now.
Eating rotten stuff. New item. May cause level
Illusion.
push not up for another time.
Gaimin Gladiators, let's see if they can get a bait with one of those Storm Spirit illusion. Find something big. Maybe a lasso, maybe a doom.
Over, but now he's going behind him all the way over. Protecting got the wind, it's on it, and the armor is going to come through. It's on the destroyed. Close it off. They're trying to get the corner. Toby, they'll take him out for a while. A while short when you got buyback. They get cut over. He gives them 76 seconds. He doesn't have buyback. He's being popped by Watson. They're going to go after this on the game. Gladiators are trying to turn this around. Damage on the celery. The silence on him. They'll kill him off before he's able to use the false punch. Gaimin gets the kill with an ace. Get the kill there onto this. Dying, and they use the doom on ace. Tension over onto the Texans as well from Stormstormer, but he lays out with the doom onto ace. They'll kill off this beast
Call
master.
yourself a master beast.
Them as well, Morphling, every single time he finds an opportunity to turn
Radiant's bottom
into these
tower is
Beastmasters,
under attack.
stealing his stats, having that stat
Regeneration.
really locked down, and also having
Radiant's
600
bottom tower
damage
has
with
fallen.
end power, which is pretty nuts. Also having level 20 talent, waveform attacks targets with that sick damage if they group up. This time around, I think it's a good RP. Whenever Gaimin Gladiators are the ones who are initiating first, Mag is not going to be the one struggling, but he needs to keep the distance with this Blink Dagger, and then he's not dealing the right thing. How he wants to approach it. Back, but up ace. Gladiators don't want to contest this one.
Really certainly needed to buy back. Hold on. Goes down to about half now. They got something under point with slow time to work. They can clear. He's got buyback. A lot of materials on it that he has buyback remaining. They used it in the last one. And that is Toby who died. Dead for 90 seconds. Fishman Vortex bunkering inside. He's going to be safe for now. As they've got the last so out. They get the Roger. They'll get that from the magazine. He's safe for 90, but he does have buyback. He's dead once again. Watch it.
Radiant are scanning.
Moving forward, throwing that adaptive strike on a tofu, and they'll pause. Discord crashes.
That was someone disconnected the way he typed in the chat. Disc. But yeah, Morphling still holding on to Aegis. Puck. Very nice move from Stormstormer because he does not have his tier 2 tower. P2, there's nothing to P2 on the top part of the map. Bottom with his outpost goes through the twin gates and then re-enters the fight.
Electric! We are electric!
Buyback used by Ace was early, but they wanted to take that fight as early as possible, right? Make sure that they can.
Discord is down. Join us on TeamSpeak. Working perfect for us. Now we can
Skype or Ventrilo.
yeah, Skype or C for all the dudes out there. It wasn't an audio program. I think a lot of people don't know about Skype back in the days. Technology. They were like, how does this Skype happening? Yeah, who made this?
Where you get that
Give him a Nobel Prize. And then it starts. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? And it goes on for a couple of minutes because some settings are, of course, not adjustable correctly.
Why is that just a typical Skype experience? You always like got into the call and you were robotic for the first 5 seconds. But I will not forget that the ringer.
Let's see what happens. Let's try to theory crash. Stormstormer
Ooh, I'm ready.
does not have Dream Coil available. Celery is there. There is no gem, but he does have Dust Appearance. Be enough. Celery, no TP scroll. Glimmer is not gonna keep him alive there, so Roshan belongs to these. Might try to avoid with it a little bit. No TP scroll available. Replenishing his mana in the fountain. Beastmaster just bought back. If they want to commit to it, Magnus could potentially buy out. There's still tier 2 tower for them.
Right. And it's got our
And also an
5.
outpost.
It won't buy back. They'll just, well, it's third Roche already. Sometimes this is
It's
like
the big
first
one,
or
12
second
seconds.
Roche. Yeah, this is. It's gonna be brutal.
What that is. Look at Stormstormer, the tech guy. Reconnecting health. Sometimes you turn it off and turn it on again. It does actually help.
Sometimes when that's the first answer on a lot of the questions I ask tech support, people start to get frustrated.
I mean, I think a lot of people don't do it. They're like, well, it's not working, I better call somebody. First
Try
question that
turning
they
it on.
ask.
Yeah, I did that. Of course I did. Try it again for me.
And then,
Because it worked.
Yeah. Of course,
They don't even say thanks.
No, of course, you don't even do it. Only 2 buybacks available. One on Watson,
这是合
one
一
on
啊，
Magnus.
这是合一啊。
Go. Pushing 10. So the Oracle is gonna die, and are you gonna be right? 5.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Save
attack.
for false promise, buying some time here. Heal himself up. Well done, Watson.
He was also hit by Venom weapons from enemies. So regional reduction reduced by 85, but you have false promise on top of you. That's big. Bull assassins making a difference. He would die anyway, but imagine if he died because the bull assassin attacked him.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
So there's the Aegis. It's gonna go over to
Dire's
Stormstormer.
top tower
Pressure
is
shard.
under attack.
That up another. We're gonna have to hold still on Gaimin Gladiators for a while with 3 heroes dead for some giving entity.
Dire's top tower is
Get a
under
little bit of a net
attack.
worth lead and screw up their attack force.
Dire's top tower
Not die a
is
single
gone.
time this game. 14, 0, and 5 on him. One of the reasons why I also didn't give him the Aegis is because Stormstormer fought back in the previous fight. Watson will farm his buyback. In the meantime, might need be 7 versus 5 their side. And of course, Fishman showed already 2 or 3 times in this game that he's gonna buy back immediately if something happens. Holding onto a pressure shard right now. Maybe a better one could be Toby, double doom.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. Double Doom, maybe double Lasso. Nice. Build himself for a pressure orb. Trickster Cloak for a while, so a little bit of invisibility going Morphling's got the shard.
Every single time I've seen Morphling, tier 4 item, it always is like pretty much the best item you can get on the hero, because you already have a bunch of physical resistance, high armor, which is 75% physical right now, sitting at 50 armor, and then having some magic resistance, plus evade wall makes you almost unkillable, plus having invisible. That's a lot of things.
Invisibility.
Minds loaded as they pick up the Invis rune and
A prize.
Ooh, massive Midas on Doom, not using it. It's not going to reveal anything, but also Scorched Earth has been used. We'll need to use Midas and put the pressure.
What do you do if you're gaming Gladiator? Because you're down 3k. It feels like the fights are starting to really favor. How do you move around and try to find an option?
But now they're splitting the map. Ages 2.5 minutes. That's what Gaming Gladiators are aiming for. This is a big item pickup on me. Culver block the links with, and also disarm against cause a lot of issues. Once about to crack level 25, needs to kill one creep. Wait for him cooldown. 35 strength. I don't like these talents that are first. You get 208. Good
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Much more interesting.
Dire are scanning.
Ice Kobe's only level 19. Maybe it's just that Watts. Toby seems so low in level. They go and throw the lasso out.
Not there. I was looking at our map.
Through the lasso, nothing doing.
Interesting.
Now lasso's on cooldown for another 30 seconds. It's not that long. Trying to regroup. They still have this Aegis sitting for another 58 seconds. It's that level 18, so he's got himself level 3 on the False Promise.
There's some big items on one win. Aghanim Scepter we've seen after the other day when it's veil bladed. This is how you come back into the, especially when you have mag. If Gwyn manages to pull multiple people into RP, that would be game winning. And also defending the high ground, of course, you enemies planted a lot of mines, but speaking of that, so that's lasso.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
False Promise level 3 is only 60 seconds.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
2 on before they have that back up. Yeah.
Dire's middle
Lasso
tower
only
is under
35
attack.
seconds. Maybe able to lasso once more and not have that False Promise there for the sake. All this time they're just trying to allow farm up that ag. And we also have himself that buyback. He wants to be there with a second leg.
Almighty money.
Are you seeing this correctly, or does Batrider look like Mars? I don't know. Yeah, we still gonna get those tier 5 items, but definitely I can see some similarities. The more I see this Batrider from position 4, the better it looks, I swear. Having 10 seconds cooldown on lasso on level 15 feels really nice at like 7.33.
Haste!
Definitely extra. Level 1, it's 30-second cooldown, less. Making the hero viable, one of the reasons why he's played from different positions. It's not all about that lasso. Doesn't have to be Doctrine 4 if you get it. Lasso cooldown, it's gonna be like 37, 36.
The thing is, too, like, he lost the 30 seconds. Accelerate. Now we're gonna go hand in hand on the win. Into trouble. They go and get themselves to RP to follow this up. So they have to have it. No, not really. Watts is so shaky to get going. And they look over at Horatio, get another kill. Both these heroes don't have 5. They did, in fact, try out on that Axe on Quinn at 600 gold short.
Every single fight they do proc this like they're on Magma, whether Adapt Strike, Soul Rip, then they get Morphling into Magnetar. We're gonna
Dire structures are
700 damage per hit. It's pretty ridiculous.
Dire's middle tower Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks.
Yeah, this one looks very over. No buyback on Magnus. Another set of barracks. Take out. Drop in a second. Pretty much as soon as Walter starts hitting them.
There's the last of the celery. And another kill. He's got buyback. You're starting to get the sense that, yeah, they don't have buyback on these other heroes on the side of Game Gladiators. Got to the Train Coil. Blocking a lot of damage that exists on both or one of their 2 positions. So, Storm here. Won't that buyback? But the Vortex on the 2 more. And Toby's in trouble. Get the kill there on a Toby. They look over at Gaimin. 4-0 Gaius. Narachi's got a triple
Dire's
kill.
middle tower is
All
under
at the
attack.
expense of being against Mega Creeps.
Now they need to go in and try to steal Roshan. It's gonna spawn in 5 seconds. This is 4th Roshan we're talking about. Gonna be on Dire's side again. Holding some big presence with Pressure Shard, Cheese, H's. Maybe with double RP or with double pull on Storm Spirit, they could turn it around. In terms of clearing the creep wave, Mega Creeps, it could. Sure, you have Magnus, you have like Beastmaster Storm, these are okay heroes, but they are overextending, and now we're gonna see Doom entering Tombstone, which is really fun interaction. I think I want to see that again to see if Morphling get the shift off at all, because holding on to Shard should be able to get it, even after getting stunned. But yeah, no, nothing. He got more there, but he didn't use it. I think maybe he thought, you know, without... It gets into your head, you're like, oh, I got stunned, I can't use it. Maybe you're not used to getting the Shard.
Shifts there, that might be different.
Could have been, yeah.
IX are available on everybody but Tofu and Celery. So it's getting to a point where now Gaimin Gladiators, yes, they do have buybacks. Maybe they can defend if they do lose another fight. Cheese and
Radiant's courier has been killed.
in. This age is to bring the game back again. Ways to clear it, but ways to force Entity in a spot where they feel uncomfortable while this is pushing in.
Almighty money.
Rachio trying to go solo kill a Tormentor. Doesn't have enough damage to take it out. Sweet. A little bit afraid. His courier died, so there was no cornucopia available. He wanted to invade enemy secret shop to get the refresher for himself.
Radiant are scanning.
As they move forward.
Level 25 with luck. Previous fight as well. Greenfold goes through debuff immunity. It might hold him into a place. That's a big one.
25 here for Ace.
Gonna invest all of his gold into just bought Revenant's Approach. Wants to have that magical damage. Morphling, because right now, like, they try to go on him with physical. Look at his armor. That's 80% physical damage. Heal 20%. And maybe Solar Crest on top of him, some heal. You need to go magical. That's a really good pickup.
By the way, getting the shard off the Tormentor that Rachio just took, so I'll be able to put that reactive taser out there.
Smoke. That ninja here, providing some vision.
Movement. Quill, lasso, false promise.
Shield Rune. What a rune for late game. Like we were talking about double damage as being very good, but Shield Rune is also very important to pick up in the later stages of the game. 50 minutes in, still holding games for 2 minutes.
Can't be hanging out though. Their creeps are pushing into the sideline.
They don't necessarily need to rush. I think they could try to wait it out, maybe get a pick off with this lasso. He's searching. Double Hex.
Down Celery, and that's going to be a problem. Does not have buyback for 3 minutes.
Fuck that guy in particular. The double Hex, lasso, and Doom on top of him. He's done so. No buyback, as you said, for full 3 minutes.
Spent a lot of mana on it. Silence protects. Pushing in bottom, and again, it's forcing the side of Gaimin Gladiators to clean up. They're pushing bottom, they're pushing mid. Mega Creeps are going to make this defense, and really this comeback was about, what, 16,000 net worth lead or something like that?
Right now, another lasso. He gets it.
Yeah, they got the lasso. With their Celery, they have no call. That means Rachio's going to die. Buyback, they're going to follow following the other way. As Watson's going to have his link in top, but he goes away from the bait. Behind them is Storm. Off back on one. They've got that cheese. They've got that Aegis on point.
They managed to get another jump on the Ratio. This game's gonna end. They don't have enough damage to take out these heroes, and also not gonna be afraid of getting Stewart back into the fountain. That's the map. Aegis multiplier in 40 seconds. Doing a very good job choosing the fights that they need to win.
A prize.
I paid 15,000 in a heartbeat.
Sure is on strong grid. See if Glenn can pull it off. Take Vortex into another Vortex. Set things up for Magnus. Seen Duracho struggle to land some good RPs. Most of the time it was on one hero, maybe two heroes.
How long can you do this for? Just creeps are right on your stats.
It's out of mana. 7 seconds until Aegis, and they time it.
Are scanning.
They might be able to do so. They've got Stormstormer moving forward, and he needs to be very careful. Again, creeps coming in. They've got the Aegis now down with the Dream Coil used on Quinn. Keeping them away from the base. Aegis he's forced to retreat. Like without Ace, they've got the last of the other. That means he's not going to be able to get one line. They're going to cut him from line back on Fishman. They go to Paul's Promise. The Phantom Death here. Yeah, they can kill the Ratio. He's going to be dead for 2 minutes. Quinn trying to do all he can, but he's over the threshold. Looking like he's going to die here. He goes up the vortex. Everybody dead for Gaimin Gladiators that don't have one back, and that includes Quinn, Duracho, as well as Celery. The only ones who can hold are Ace and Tofu. They'll call GG instead, and Entity will take game number 1 over Gaimin Gladiators.
That's a good way to start. I didn't mention that